I'm going to talk this morning to you about FollettShelf administration, how to go in and do the maintenance of hiding titles, looking at what titles you have available to you, and so forth. So I'm using the high school here as my example. The screen that we're going to be getting to is this screen here, which is your FollettShelf administration screen, where you go in and you do your hiding, and it's what we call the maintenance area in FollettShelf. So to get to the FollettShelf area, you're going to log into Destiny, go to Catalog, and at the very bottom they have a link to FollettShelf. It opens up in a new tab, and on this screen where you see the list of titles there, the gear in the top right is how we get into the setup area. And so if I click on the gear and go to setup, I'm then looking on the left side of the screen for maintenance. Now, one little thing I want to mention here, if you click on search, that will drop you back out to the regular, what the user side would be for FollettShelf. We want to look at just the setup area. And so in setup, it's maintenance that we're going to go to. And once we're in the maintenance area, we're going to go to the sub tab up here for hide titles. Now, this screen can be sorted by columns, and you see, for example, we have district titles, which everything is supposed to be headed to the district level and then dispersed out to the site level. We have some titles that are what Follett Library calls USA models, or unlimited simultaneous user titles. Those are titles that are site specific only. All right. So for example, if there's not a green check mark there, you're going to notice that those are site-specific types of titles. All right, and as I'm recording this demo, they're moving some titles around for me. So you're seeing a lot of ungreen items here. But what you need to do is, as you go through and you do the maintenance on titles, is simply check the box if you want that item to be hidden, and then you hit save on each page. Make sure that you don't check and move page to page and then hope to hit save at the end, because that will not save your previous pages. It will only save one page at a time. So make sure that you do one page at a time as you navigate your way through. And that's pretty much all that there is to do right there. All right. Once you've finished that step, you can go back out to search, and you can then check to see, yes, did those titles hide themselves? Are they still showing as I wanted them to show, and so forth. So the way to go back and forth is simply from the gear up here in the corner, go to setup, back down to maintenance. It's the hide titles sub-tab, and you're going to then work your way through the list. Now, by default, title is what they sort your ebooks by as you go into the maintenance area here. You can choose the date that they were added. So if you get an email from me that says, hey, we just added a new set of titles, you can look at or sort by that date added, and it will go in and show you titles that were new additions, and that will reduce the amount of wading through the list and help you, because time is precious, I understand. It'll do just those newest ones at the top, and you can quickly do your maintenance on just the newest titles, assuming that the old titles you've already done maintenance on. All right, so that's a major time save by sorting it by the date added. All right, just make sure that you save page by page. The high school, for example, we have 17 pages worth of stuff. So don't look at that and think it's unmanageable. It is manageable. It does take a little bit of time, and you've got to make sure that you are going page by page from the latest order that we've done. All right, and once again, just by clicking that date added, I'm looking at the items from November the 30th of 2012, which was our last import of titles. So that's some tips on doing the maintenance.